If you haven't watched part 1, click the link in the description, and please don't forget to support our channel by subscribing. After the serious meeting, David and Mimi felt relieved. Their parents' scolding had been harsh, but they hadn't lost the phone. David now realized the need to be more cautious, especially with his mother's predictable schedule. He promised himself that he and Mimi would continue their secret habits, but with greater care. To avoid suspicion, they devised a plan. Instead of locking the door, which had led them to getting caught, they decided to leave it slightly ajar. Sometimes, they would pretend to attend evening lessons, but instead, they would visit a friend's house to watch things they weren't supposed to. They executed this so well that it seemed like they were simply playing or studying. To stay undetected, David set an alarm on his phone, warning them when it was time to stop before their mothers returned home. This also ensured they didn't stay too long at their friend's house. Over time, the two children grew bolder. They discovered new apps and websites with similar inappropriate content. Their curiosity deepened, and they started discussing things they didn't fully understand from the videos. These conversations led them down a dangerous path. "What do you think they meant by those things they were doing?" Mimi asked one day, her voice low. "I don't know," David replied, frowning in thought. "But I think we should try to understand it." Mimi hesitated. "What if it's not good for us? What if mommy catches us?" "It's just watching," David reassured her. "No one will know." Mimi nodded, still unsure, but unwilling to say no to her best friend. One afternoon, while both their mothers were out shopping, David and Mimi decided to watch more of the videos in the bathroom, thinking they could hide their activities better that way. They left the door slightly open as usual and set their alarm. David had found a scene in one of the videos that he thought was interesting, and he explained it to Mimi. She looked nervous but went along with it. She trusted David, and her curiosity outweighed her hesitation. "Are you sure this is okay?" she whispered. "It's just us," David reassured her. "No one will find out." As they huddled together over the phone, a sudden noise came from the living room. Both children froze. Their mothers had returned earlier than expected, chatting loudly as they carried shopping bags into the house. "David, Mimi, where are you?" Mimi's mother called out. Panic surged through them. David and Mimi scrambled to put the phone away, but it was too late. Mimi's mother walked into the room and stopped dead in her tracks. Her eyes widened in shock as she saw the two children huddled in the bathroom, looking guilty. "What are you doing?" she demanded sharply, her voice filled with disbelief. Behind her, David's mother appeared, scanning the room. The children's nervous expressions, the phone lying nearby, and the overwhelming tension in the air. "Give me that phone," she ordered, snatching it up. As their mothers scrolled through the browsing history, their faces darkened with shock and horror. The inappropriate videos were still there, along with even worse ones. "What is this?" Mimi's mother gasped. The moment was too much for her. Her chest tightened, her breath shortened, and she collapsed. She had suffered a heart attack, rushed to the hospital, and the doctors did all they could to revive her, but she didn't survive. Mimi's mother passed away due to cardiac arrest. This time, David's mother didn't stop at scolding. The two families called for an emergency meeting with their pastor and counselor. The elders in the community were informed, and the gravity of the situation was laid bare. David's phone was confiscated permanently, and both children were strictly banned from spending unsupervised time together. Realizing that their lack of vigilance had allowed this to happen, David's mother took a stricter approach. Mimi moved in with them since she no longer had a mother. In the months that followed, David and Mimi were enrolled in after-school activities to keep them busy. They also attended moral and ethical classes at their church, where they learned the importance of guiding their minds and hearts. Though it was a slow process, the two children began to understand the dangers of their actions. Their parents became more involved in their lives, creating a structured environment where curiosity could be guided in the right direction. This story serves as a powerful reminder that curiosity, when left unchecked, can lead to dangerous paths. It highlights the importance of parental guidance and vigilance in shaping a child's moral and emotional growth. In the end, David and Mimi learned hard lessons about responsibility and trust, and their families grew stronger through the painful journey of correcting their mistakes. The moral of the story: parents must stay involved in their children's life, guiding them through the challenges of curiosity and temptation. Children too must learn to respect boundaries and seek wisdom from those who love and care for them.